Namaste. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. I'd like to welcome you to your planetary energy forecast for the week of July 18th, 2022. Now, I'm switching it up a little bit this week. I was listening to my own astrology on YouTube and thinking that I need to focus a little bit more on telling you how to high vibe certain aspects and how to be cautious about low vibing certain things for those of you that are beginners, and then I can also delineate the actual aspects for those of you who are learning. I'm also adding in a new layer at the end of the forecast. I'm going to have a tarot spread for the week, and I'm going to use a Lotus Tarot spread. It is a spread that is used by people who follow Goddess Isis, right? The original goddess for whom the pattern of Mother Mary was set up. It's a beautiful spread, and it gives two different outcomes, and so it's kind of like two different ways to kind of understand the energy. So I hope that you'll stay tuned to the end to check that out. All right, so one of the first things I can tell you about this entire week is to high vibe it by not going to excess. This is a week where there are going to be some amplifications of energy. There's a couple things moving into Leo, right? We've got Mercury going into Leo. We've got the Sun going into Leo, and that's a kind of a big fiery energy. We're also going to have a very active Moon in Aries early in the week, and so that can bring a lot of grr. And then we have a little bit of Jupiter action as well. And so just don't go to extremes, all right? I do want you to take action. We are coming up on some really difficult aspects at the end of the month, and next month is challenging as well. We've got this really unique configuration of Mars and the North Node and Uranus all coming together in Taurus. So we're going to begin to feel those vibes at the end of this week. And so it's a time to be adulting, all right? It is a time to have your financial affairs in order. It is a time not to be running around with nothing but a credit card and a smile. You've got to have your systems in place. If there's any urges that you get, you know, hey, I need to pick up, you know, maybe some extra groceries. Hey, I better make sure that my car, you know, I'm going to have my gas tank filled up. Hey, you know, maybe I need a little bit of cash on hand. Any instincts that you get for those types of things, take care of it, all right? Do not delay. This is not a week where you can be immature. This is not a week where you can not pay attention to what's going on, not just in your own little bubble, right? But in the world at large. All right, so let's dive into the astrology. We start out Monday, the 18th. The moon is going to flow beautifully with Mercury and with Pluto, okay? So this is fantastic for insights. Use those insights, all right, to make wise decisions and kind of intuition-based decisions on Sunday. Because then the moon is going to move into Aries. It's going to square Venus and touch Jupiter, all right? So that is a difficult excess type of energy. So moderate that. We're also going to have Mercury and the Sun and Ceres. Ceres, C-E-R-E-S, is the goddess of grain. It relates to food and food matters. They're all going to cluster together in the sign of Cancer and be across the sky from Pluto. So there could definitely be some supply chain issues, some news around food, around food security. So really understand what could happen. Well, what would happen? You know, when we talk about these, you know, hypothetical situations, having just come out of the pandemic, it's a little easier to imagine what would happen if the grocery store didn't get any food for 2 weeks. What would happen if you know, if the grid went down, even for just a day or two? What would happen? What would you do? What is your plan? And if you don't have a plan, it's time to develop one. All right, so high vibe that by really seeing where the weaknesses are, where the, maybe not weaknesses, but where you're not prepared for things. And I don't mean like, you know, full-on prepper, you know, get yourself a year of powdered food. No, I mean just basic adulting preparedness. Tuesday, Mercury is going to shift into the sign of Leo. Okay, people are going to be a little bit more opinionated. They're going to really want you to pay attention and hang on to what they're saying. know where the Leo part of your chart is, because your mind will be more activated towards that area of life. Now the sun is going to be still coming into that exact opposition with Pluto. All right, but you're definitely going to have a sense of that Sunday. So it's going to flow into, Monday. So it's going to flow into Tuesday as well. So just, you're going to have some strong feelings. And on that same day, Chiron in Aries is going to stop. It's going to station at 16 degrees and begin its journey backwards, retrograding. So there might be some painful memories that come up, something that really you realize, oh goodness, I have been neglecting this. I need to work on my healing, my helping, how I need to operate from the parts of me that are that I've already healed, right? To help heal the parts of me that are still a little raw or a little injured. All right, so take those actions to heal yourself. Don't just drop into like just, you know, wanting everybody to know what's wrong, needing everybody to see the parts of you that are, you know, this happened to me and that happened to me. No, okay, right? It's not what happened to you, it's what you're going to do with it. All right, Wednesday, the moon is very busy. It's going to get to the end of Aries. And as it transitions into Taurus, it's going to send a beautiful beam to Saturn, but it's going to butt up against square Pluto, the sun, Mercury, and send a nice beam to Venus. All right, what do we do about that? All right, so that means big feelings. All right, big feelings, but also a big drive to secure financial matters. Again, another layer of kind of feeling into security, whether it's financial security or food security or just what you feel makes you feel safe, right? Your resources. This is a day to observe what happens in the stock market. Could be very interesting as well. I would also watch out for any type of weather-related event or planetary event that might happen that day. All right. On the 21st, we've got the moon connecting with Mars. That's always a big feels day. And that's in Taurus, right? So that's an amplification of this Martian energy, this drive towards these Venusian things that are ruled by Taurus. Then on the 22nd, the sun goes into Leo. So happy solar return to my beautiful Leo friends. The moon is going to come together with Uranus in Taurus, right? These are all kind of going to give a little bit of a clue of how this connection, this big connection between Mars, the North Node, and Uranus, all in Taurus at the end of the month, precisely how that's going to play out. So know where Taurus is in your chart and understand how this amplification of the moon and the Mars, how this makes you feel about it, right? What the instincts are that you're getting. You're going to want to take some kind of action. Again, take it back a little bit. Nothing aggressive, nothing too sudden or rash. Wise, measured actions, of course. All right. You know, with that square to Saturn, also, it could also be one of those times when you're thinking, wow, I really want to take action. I want to do this thing. And then Saturn's like, okay, well, but how are you going to pay for it? What's the reality check here? So don't hate on Saturn. Just asking you for a little integrity. All right. On Saturday, we have a Gemini moon sending beautiful beams of blessing over to the sun, to Jupiter, and to Mercury. And Mercury is also going to trine Jupiter. So very mental day, a great day for any kind of conversation you might want to have, any writing that you want to do. You know, maybe a gathering with neighbors, with friends, a lovely kind of social day. A good day for inspiration and ideas. Absolutely. Watch out for gossip. I would watch out for gossip. That would be the shadow of Gemini. Then we have on the 24th and 25th. And I'm giving you this, you know, both days, just so that you know kind of what the vibe is that we're in as we go through and begin the week. Venus in Cancer is going to square Jupiter in Aries. And, you know, Venus, you know, in Cancer is already a little hypersensitive, a little bit in her feels, right? And Jupiter is retrograde, right? And in Aries, it's like really wanting to be independent, really wanting to expand the fire energy, all right? So watch for potential clashes, any kind of excess you know, watch people going over the top. You know, back off, stay away from people who blow up easily. I would be very careful about people like that. The moon is also still in Gemini, going to square Neptune as well. So this is always, you know, moon square Neptune. You got to be a little careful of Neptunian people, drinking, drugs, alcohol, what you watch, what you can take, you know, your media intake. You need to moderate any of that over that 24th, 25th time. It does have a beautiful blessing to Saturn though. So, you know, follow those instincts. Follow those instincts. Just don't go too big. The nodes go to 19 degrees. Remember, the nodes move backwards, so they are only 1 degree away from that conjunction to Uranus, and Mars is moving towards that as well. So take note of what is going on in the broader world. This triple conjunction, I was just listening to another astrologer the other day. It hasn't happened, this triple conjunction in Taurus. The last time it happened was before Christ was born, right? Before the Common Era, right? A long time ago. It is a time of dramatic change. The North Node is very karmic. Uranus has a lot to do with rebellion, freedom, and the internet, right? So I would watch for potential new inventions or ideas related to technology that might just really be something you hear about this coming weekend and over the next couple weeks, but it turns out to be something just huge, something that everyone will be talking about, everyone will be involved with in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. All right. Well, stay tuned for the tarot reading. I hope you find this useful, helpful. Please share, like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in the tarot. Bye. Hi, everyone. It's Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology, and this is going to be in addition to the weekly planetary energy forecast. This is going to be a tarot spread for the collective. Now, this tarot spread is for the astrology of the week of July 18th, 2022. And this is a Goddess Isis spread. So it is in the form of a lotus. All right. So with this particular spread, you end up with 2 possible outcomes, right? We're going to choose the high vibe or low vibe, right? So that's going to help us to kind of determine how our week is going to flow. So I'm just asking my angels and guides to offer us this lotus reading for the week of July 18th. All right, so we're going to start out with the very first card in the spread, and this is about the past, the basic influence of the past. And so we have the Empress. This is a divine feminine card. It has the energy of a 3, and she's holding the sign for Venus. And so part of what's going to be going on this week has to do with things that have occurred to strong women in the past. Now, this is more of a youthful woman, a woman in her childbearing years. All right, so interesting, particularly in light of what's going on in the United States right now. All right, so the next card is going to be the present. So what's going on for you, for those of you that are listening to this, the collective at large? And we now have the Strength card, another divine feminine card, very interestingly enough. So the Strength card embodies the feminine strengths, right? Of receptivity, of compassion, of patience, right? She tames the lion not through beating it or abusing it, but through loving kindness, through acceptance and understanding, right? Male strength, or yang strength, Y-A-N-G, yang strength is more about aggression, and yin strength is more about the ability to be soft and receptive, right? So this is what we need to embody. All right, so the third card is the present environment. And this is the Five of Pentacles. So there's a real sense of lack this week, of not having enough resources, of confusion about how to allocate resources. There's also a little bit of a sense of not belonging, all right? And then we've got the fourth card, which is the beginning of the culmination of all of the influences for the week. And that's the Ace of Cups, right? We're looking to be emotionally fulfilled. We are tired of not having our emotional needs met. We are tired about having the causes that we care about not being paid attention to, right? So there's a real emotional connection this week. So pay attention to that. And then our fifth card is the key card. This is the card that is telling us a little bit about what is coming. And what we have here is the moon. This indicates that there are circumstances, issues, things going on behind the scenes that we are unaware of. This means that we're only seeing a reflection of what's going on. It's interesting that this card, this deck in particular, has like a crab. This is, the moon ruled sign is Cancer, right? And there is an enormous amount of Cancer energy across the sky from Pluto this week. So this is very interesting card to pull. But this is the key card to remember that you don't have all the information. You're only catching a glimpse. This is definitely a card that suggests you listen to your intuition. All right. Now the opposing forces in play. We've got the Hermit, and then we've got the Two of Swords. All right. And so these are the opposing forces at play this week, all right? So there's either this willful desire not to see the truth of things, or there is this willingness to withdraw from the fray and tune in to your intuition, all right? Ask your angels, your guides, your teachers. Do not willfully ignore what you see. Pay attention. Do not delude yourself, all right? And then we have the near future card. So this is what's coming. And this is the Justice card. Very interesting. She is blindfolded, right? This is a sign of Libra, but this is also the sign of the justice system. This is a reckoning. This is a very karmic card. So what is coming is kind of like Maktub. It is written. It is the culmination of choices that we've made before. All right. And then what modifies, what kind of details you can be given about this near future card. We have the Three of Wands. So like we're starting the journey, we're getting there. Temperance, which means we need to be moderate, not go to extremes. All right. It also suggests there is a perfect solution, but we must be vigilant against theft. All right. So these are very interesting cards to get. If you are not moderate, temperate, balanced, you will lose something. Something will be taken from you. So you need to continue to move forward towards what is just the right thing, totally the right thing. Okay? All right. And then there are two possible outcomes to the week. All right? And so we've got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. All right. So our first potential outcome is that we again embody this divine feminine, right? That came up at the beginning of this reading. We have to be the Queen of Swords, be logical, spreadsheet it, go through, make lists of pros and cons, really think it through. But the Queen of Wands also suggests that we have to take care of matters at home. We need to pay attention to our own family. We need to be the solid person who's really taking charge of our family, taking charge of being accountable for our resources and how we're going to solve problems. Queen of Wands is an active queen. So that is one way to handle this energy. The other way to handle this energy is to really pay attention to your resources and cultivate the skills that will be able to get you what it is that you want financially, as far as money, food, time, resources, all these pentacles type of energy. You know, yes, you're starting this, but you have to really go after what it is that is going to feel fulfilling. So, two ways to go about it, right? We got the kind of more youthful way, or the very authoritative way. Definitely from the way the cards came out, this youthful way is it might be a little bit too spontaneous. It might be a little bit too focused on obtaining something. It's really important that you embody more of that queen energy, more of that take charge energy in order to secure a stable home and be able to react with a logical mind to what comes up this week. All right. Well, I hope this was useful and helpful. I'd love your feedback on the Lotus spread. I probably need a bigger piece of silk for this, eh? But this is our week. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.